Everyone, it's expressAmber, and today I'm super excited because I have a friend that I'm going to be doing an interview with. And so we're just going to be talking here and just talking about women in the industry and how the industry is forming and continuing to grow. And so I'm just really super excited. I want to introduce you to Brittney Richardson. She's well known as Brittney In Pink on Facebook and on YouTube. Her channels are American Truckers, and she started driving in 2012, correct?
Correct.
Cool. So she's been driving for a little over 7 years, and she's rolling coast to coast to raise awareness for breast cancer. That's super, super awesome. She has 123 videos on YouTube and approximately 40,000 subscribers. And also, she has about 8,000 subscribers and followers over on Facebook. So, Brittney, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to put a face to the name. And just tell us a little bit about yourself if I missed anything in the intro.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everybody. Of course, I'm Brittney Richardson. And I've been driving, I think it's a little over 8 years now. I cannot believe it's 2020. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
I was watching, by the way, side note, I have to say this. I was watching some of your videos this morning and I was rolling. Oh my God, the truck simulator was awesome.
Oh my goodness. That was crazy. I do a lot of different kind of videos, but that one was like, we're doing behind the scenes work for the drivers all the time. And that's why we started the videos, is that we're behind the scenes. So we're keeping up with the taxes and all the different registrations that you guys have to put up with. But what is it like to actually drive a truck? And so that was the closest we could get to without going to school. And so we found this thing, and it's a trucking simulator. And I was dying the entire time. Like, they had to cut so much of the footage because it was just ridiculous. And then at the end, I really did just like plow up under that vehicle, and I was like, I'm done. So,
It's awesome.
Yeah, so it was really fun. But I enjoy being in the industry and just talking with people and just learning about the industry. So tell us a little bit more about yourself. So you said about 8 years ago, being a truck driver. What were you doing before that?
So I was in law enforcement. I actually worked for a campus department, and it was a combined police and fire department.
Okay.
So it was really unique because we would be on, a stabbing call or something like that, and wrapping that up. And then we would get a fire call and have to race back, lights and siren, get on a fire truck, and then go take off. So it was full of excitement. I think that's where I really got the bug for truck driving. I got in this big old cab over fire truck, and oh my God, it was so much fun to drive. You felt like you were running over the curbs, right? Because you're sitting on the wheels,
right?
And yeah, so I think that kind of sparked my curiosity for big trucks.
Interesting. Okay, that's very cool. How long did you do that for?
So I was in law enforcement for about 3.5 years. I was with the campus department for just over 2.
Okay. That's awesome. That is really fun. And an interesting way to get into trucking. So that's how you got interested in it. How did you feel starting out? Like, what was the process like of, okay, so I think I'm going to do this. How was that? How was that process?
It was full of I say ambivalent emotions, because I was both super excited, pumped up to go to truck school. At the same time, it was terrifying, right? Because here I am, I'm leaving a government career, and everything's secured, and here I'm taking my benefits, cashing them out, and just walking away. And it's
Right.
like, I had so many people tell me that, you know, you're not going to make it. This is not going to be up your alley. Trust me, you're going to hate it.
Right.
And I decided not to listen to them. And I went anyway and
Right.
pressed through. And, but yeah, it was both terrifying and exciting.
I hear you.
At the same
I
time.
hear you. Well, and I mean, it's a pretty male dominated industry.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, was that any part of your like, oh, I just don't know if I'm made for this, or like, how was that going into it as a woman?
It was a little nerve-wracking. I think the police department helped prepare me for a little bit of that because there was I mean, that's another male dominated industry, police and fire.
Right.
And having to deal with, you know, like I tell people, my first week with my PTO, we had a shots fired call. Like, they were like, we may not walk out of this. Like, there's bullets flying, 911 calls everywhere. And so I got broken really good, right? So, I kind of had mixed feelings on it, to tell you the truth. I was kind of nervous because I didn't know how the truck culture would be out on the road. At the same time, you know, I felt like I could handle it just because, like, I've done all these crazy calls, right? You could tell all these stories. So I'm like, I think I can handle this. And, but I was still a little bit nervous about how truckers would respond to me. Am I going to get catcalled all the time? And I'm going to get jumped constantly? Like, what's going to happen?
Right. So, so talk a little bit about the culture, like going into the industry, like what is the culture out there overall? And then like, what is the culture like with other women?
The culture, I was surprised. I was really surprised. So the majority of the guys have been amazing from day one. Like, I mean, they'll open doors at truck stops and, you know, here you go. And I mean, I've known other women that get offended by that, but I think it's sweet. I think it's nice. I had, there was one time I had somebody make a comment about like nice butt or something like that as I'm walking in the truck stop. Me, I just shrug it off, keep going. But what surprised me was there was like 3 other guys in the truck stop and they got onto him. They're like, hey dude, that is not cool. She's one of our drivers and you're to treat her with respect. I'm like, oh my God, this is like not expected, but it's great. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, what made you start a YouTube channel? What interested you about getting into media and doing a YouTube channel?
I don't know. Okay. So I've always been just a bubbly personality, kind of like you are on camera. I just open up. And so I think it's a combination of things. I think for one, being out here over the road alone, it's like, you're twiddling your thumbs, you're like looking around, and you're like, I gotta talk to somebody. Let's kick on the camera. And I literally did this one night just as a fluke. I'm like, you know what? For the hell of it, maybe nobody will watch, but I'm gonna bring some people into my night. I'm having fun if nobody else is. And it just blew up. It just blew up.
Yeah. That's cool. What was, so you said you just did it. What was your first, I guess, what was your first video or like your first, like, let me see if this will work?
So I was running a load from Kansas City to the other side of St. Louis on I-70. And I think more so it was just like a lot of nights going through that stretch. It's boring at night. It's so boring. Oh my God, especially if you run it for years. And a lot of times I just turn on the radio or I'd talk to myself like constantly. If I saw something on the road, I'd be like, really? Yeah, I think that was a smart move, you know? And I just kicked on the camera. I'm like, you know what? I was just going to kind of kick it on at random moments and roll with this.
Right. So where did you come up with the name Brittney In Pink?
So that's about the time I joined RTI. So they had this pink truck. They had a couple of pink trucks and they were looking for somebody. They were looking for 2 people to represent the company and help bring women into the industry and support them. Yeah, so I walked in like at the perfect time. So I tried out for this thing. They were running like trials for it and sent in a video. I was like, I'll probably never get it, but oh my God, that would be cool if I got a pink truck.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I get a call one day and they're like, hey, you won it. You got it. So I still have to buy it, right? But I got the opportunity to get the pink truck. It's like, oh my God.
That is
so that
cool.
kind of became the nickname. Yeah. The truck's name's Pink. So.
Gotcha. Is it anything to do with breast cancer awareness? From RTI or just pink?
Breast cancer awareness as well. So I'll tell you what happened. RTI does this breast cancer walk in Kansas City every year. They participate, bring the truck. And they had the breast cancer ribbon on the side, rolling for awareness. And about the time I got it, they were like, don't worry, we're having our guys pull all those stickers off this week. That was just for an event. I'm like, wait, what? No, leave the stickers on. We're going to do something with this and roll for awareness coast to coast. And then what I do is on the YouTube channel, the revenue that I generate, I donate a percentage of that to breast cancer research.
I love that. That is awesome. So you still have the stickers on the truck?
Absolutely. Yes.
That is awesome. That's awesome. So you kind of already spoke about this a little bit about how you're encouraging other women to become part of the industry by having a pink truck. But what else would you say? Like, would you encourage, if you had a one-on-one conversation with another woman, how would you encourage that woman to become part of the trucking industry when it is male dominated?
I think it depends on the woman I'm talking to, because so many of us are so different. Everybody's different, right? So it kind of depends. I've known, I've got one woman that contacted me. She's like, thank you. You inspired me. She went to truck school and she got inspired by the videos.
Yeah.
And she wasn't afraid to get out here because she was doing like motorcycle repair and she's used to working with the guys. And so it wasn't even a concern to her. She just got inspired by, look, there's other women doing this. I'm going to do this.
Right.
And so I think it just depends on the person. I like to get to know who the person is and what their career goals are. And then kind of go from there, because it's not for everybody, but it's a wonderful opportunity for so many of us.
So what does your day-to-day look like? Do you sleep in the cab? Are you home every night?
Yes, I am full over the road driver. So one thing I like to do though is I help a lot of our different accounts. And this is so good for even the owner operators, right? To build that rapport with customers and things like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so whenever I hear that we have an account or a customer that's desperate for help, I'm one of the first ones to volunteer and go, hey, I'll help. I'll work extra hours, whatever we need.
Right.
And so I've kind of been floating around a lot of dedicated accounts here lately, which also pay better, of course.
Right.
And so yeah, so my days are kind of a mix. I mean, I always sleep in the truck, and depending on the account, sometimes I'm home on the weekends, sometimes I'm not. It just kind of depends.
Right. Your Facebook profile has the I can't stay home because I'm essential. So how has the COVID-19 affected you, or has it?
It has, in a big way. And the biggest way is I feel an obligation to be out here. I've seen the increase in freight, and we have a lot of drivers. I mean, drivers getting burnt out from just working so much and trying to keep up.
Yeah.
And I have, as a lease purchase driver or like your owner ops, I have a choice to go home whenever I want. It's my cost, my loss.
Right.
And normally I do try to come home a reasonable amount of time every couple weeks or so. And so one thing that I'm doing to help out is I've told this customer I'm staying out here, cancel all home time. I will come home for my 34 on the weekends because I have to do that anyway for them.
Right.
And I will stay rolling until our country gets this virus under control.
Yeah. Have you experienced any, a lot of the truckers are saying they are having a hard time getting food because the restaurants are closed. They obviously can't go through a drive-through. Like, are you experiencing that as well?
Not most of my shopping has been, well, for one, the customer I deliver to does have an opportunity to get food and supplies inside.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to name the customer, so to speak, but
yeah, that's fine.
But it is a place that I can get supplies.
Gotcha.
However, I just heard this week, so normally I'm stocked up, right? This week I just heard they're going to start limiting number of people going into the store at a time if they have not already done that.
Right.
And I'm concerned about that because as drivers, even if we do have that option,
right,
we can't stand in line for an hour or two. We have schedules. We got to go places.
The next stop. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it concerns me. It really does.
I hear you. One of the things that we just did out on Interstate 77, it was 2 Saturdays ago, we went out and we catered food. And so when they would pull into the rest stop, we gave them a free lunch and free drinks and trucker swag, just because number one, we appreciate the truckers, but because they're having such hard time finding food and rest stops and bathrooms and all that stuff. So we went out and we had so much fun. We came back all sunburnt, but we got to meet a lot of drivers, and that was really cool because we got to connect with them. And a lot of times we're connecting with them over the phone. To be able to put a face to the name and to just be able to say, hey, thank you so much for doing what you do. It was an unbelievable day, but that was really fun. But I hear you, like that is a concern, especially now that they are limiting people in the in the everything, restaurants, grocery stores, Walmart. I mean, all of that. That's huge.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's across the board. It's not one store. And to see you guys out doing that is so cool. Like, you guys rock in my world, because
we have awesome. A lot of fun.
I know I've heard of a few restaurants now that are trying to, do curbside for truckers and stuff like that. So those are little promising signs, but I don't know what to do from the store. Like, I would like to see some retail stores do that for the drivers as well.
Absolutely. I mean, especially because, like you said, you guys are on a time limit, and so you can't wait. And so if they could do something like the order ahead and bring out to the truck, that would be amazing for you guys. So hopefully they'll catch on to that and they'll do that. We talked a little bit about how you are essential and how you're out on the road and canceling home time and all that stuff. One of your latest videos was talking about the toilet paper rescue load. Talk to us a little bit about supplying stores. Like, obviously you are carrying essential items, but how has that benefited you? How has that helped you?
How has it helped me?
Yeah, like, I mean, you said a little bit ago that you feel obligated to help them, and so I'm sure delivering these loads with essential items, it not helps you financially or anything like that, but more so helps you know that you're helping in the time of crisis.
Got you. Yeah, it definitely does. It's a great feeling knowing that there's something that I can do to help, because I think so many of us feel so helpless right now. It's like, half of the people are sitting at home and not at work, and they've got all these concerns. Are we going to make it? Are our family members going to get sick? And,
right.
And so I think everybody has that question, like, what can I do to help? And this was my thing that I can do to help. For a lot of people, it's stay home, let's take care of our family. And that's helping everybody. And for the ones that are out here delivering to the stores,
I love
it. It's, hey, let's step up, let's do this. And it's the feeling I get knowing that I'm doing my part to help is just tremendous. Like, it means everything to me.
Thank you so much. That's huge. And for your family as well, with so many of you being truck drivers. I mean, that's huge to be able to say that, that you helped during this time. That's huge. Obviously, just to talk a little bit about Express Truck Tax and what we do, we've helped over 500,000 truckers file their Form 2290. And so we are partnered with a lot of big companies like RTI, Snyder, all of the big companies. We're partnered with them, and it's really just about helping to make the the Form 2290 easier for the drivers. So many times you guys have so much to deal with loads, getting loads, delivering on time, all the paperwork, renewing your, there's just so much that you guys have to do. IFTA, IRP, sometimes it's crazy. And really the majority of America, they just see these 18-wheelers driving down the road and they're just like, oh yeah, there they are. They have no clue what's involved. And it's not just driving down the road, delivering stuff in the back of the truck. There's so much paperwork involved and keeping everything up to date. And that's really what Express Truck Tax does. And that's what we're here for, is to make that easier on the drivers so that you can focus on what you want to be doing, which is being out on the road and driving.
That is so tremendous.
Yeah, and we enjoy doing it. You know, we have a team. We're located in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and we have a full team that we do support, and that's what our job is to support the truckers. And so they call in with questions, and we specialize in the Form 2290, which is the annual tax. But they call in and ask us questions all the time about IFTA, about IRP, about this, about UCR. There's so many different things that they ask about. And because we're immersed in the industry and we keep up to date with all of the new regulations and the deadlines, we're able to answer those questions too. So it's so much more to be involved in the industry and to really know what's going on in the industry is a huge blessing to us, because then we're able to help the drivers more than just, one form. So
yeah, I think that's so amazing. Yeah, because we're overloaded as is, lease, purchase, company driver, owner out.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And here, all of a sudden you have all this responsibility and paperwork and trying to figure out all the updates on the laws. We don't have time to keep up with that.
Right.
And so having a service like you guys is amazing.
Yeah. Well, and that's really why we decided to start expressAmber, is because we can do the research, and I can do a quick, 5-minute video or 10-minute video, and people are more likely to watch that to get the update or to get more information about starting their own authority, or is it better for me to become a leased owner, or whatever it is, than to sit and read and research and figure out the answers. And so that's really why I started expressAmber, is to connect with drivers on that other level. And so sometimes my videos are educational, sometimes they're inspirational, and sometimes they're fun and dumb, like the driving simulator, just because it was fun. And I realized that I should probably never get behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler.
Well, I don't know. We only saw one accident. Just one.
I know. I ran into the guardrail a couple times. We might have cut that part out. But again, thank you so much. I know that you are an essential employee right now, and just really thank you for doing what you're doing and continuing to put yourself aside to make sure that we have the supplies that we need. So I really do appreciate you for that, and your family as well. Who knew that you had a whole family of truckers? How does your driveway look when you're all home? Semis lined up?
Well, we live in different states now,
good.
Kind of, we're kind of like all coming and going, but we'll meet up at truck stops and hang out. So
oh my gosh, that's so much fun!
It is, and being able to communicate with each other and share about our days. Yeah, I'm just south of that weather system. I bet you're getting hit, and it's neat. It's neat.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. I think I want to become a driver just to connect with you guys and meet up at the truck stops.
It's fun. It is. You have to have fun in life. You have a job to do, but you can have fun at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That's what we like to do here. Well, Brittney, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time. I've had fun just talking with you, and I appreciate what you're doing. And should you ever need any help or anything, you know where to find me.
I do. Thank you so much. I'm having a blast. So
you're very welcome.
Stay in touch.
We will for sure.